Nobody tells you the truth about how money actually works. They hand you this idea that your income is directly tied to your hours, that if you stop showing up, the money stops coming. And for most people, that belief follows them their entire lives. But what if that's just wrong? What if money and time don't have to move together at all? Today, I'm walking you through 6 real business models that prove exactly that, ordered from the smallest starting investment to the biggest. I'm saving the last one for the end, not because it's the most complicated, but because once you hear it, everything else clicks differently. Let's get into it. Picture this. You're collecting money from a space you don't own. No mortgage, no bank involved. Your name isn't on any property document. And at the end of the stay, the person who slept there leaves you a glowing 5-star review. That's not a loophole. That's business model number 1, and it's completely legal. Here's how it works. You find an apartment in a location people actually want to be, near a beach, a city center, a major airport. You become the tenant. You sign the lease, pay rent like any normal renter. But before you put pen to paper, you get written permission from the landlord to list the place on short-term rental platforms. More owners agree to this than you'd think, especially if you offer slightly above market rent. That apartment you're renting for $800 a month, you're listing it for $80 to $120 a night. Book it for 20 nights, and you've pulled in $1,600 to $2,400. Your rent comes out, the rest is yours.
The real unlock isn't the first apartment. It's what happens after. Automated guest messaging, dynamic pricing software, a cleaning crew on schedule, keyless entry handling every check-in. That same system runs the second apartment and the 10th. People are doing this with 20 and 30 units, earning $25,000 or more a month without checking a single reservation manually. Starting cost $5,000 to $15,000. That's the entry point to owning a business without owning a single piece of property. Now, what if even that feels out of reach? The next model starts with $0. Somewhere out there, someone just got a notification that a product they designed 2 years ago sold while they were doing something completely unrelated. They weren't working. The money just showed up. That's print on demand. You create a design, a phrase, an image, a concept that speaks to a very specific type of person. You upload it to a platform. When someone orders, the platform prints it, packs it, ships it. You never touch the product. Your margin runs 70% to 90% because you carry zero inventory. And that design stays live indefinitely, selling long after you've moved on. The trap is going too broad. A shirt for dog lovers gets buried. But a shirt made specifically for someone who fostered their first senior rescue dog and cried the entire drive home, that hits differently. People buy things that feel made for them personally. Build a catalog of 50 to 60 well-targeted designs, and you've created an asset library that earns without any ongoing effort. The market crossed $13 billion last year. Most of that money goes to people who simply didn't stop uploading.
Now, what if the product had zero production cost at all? No materials, no shipping, nothing physical. Think about how many times you've explained the same process to different people, something that feels second nature to you, and weeks later, someone else asks the exact same question. That thought you had? I wish I could just point people somewhere. That's business model number 3, a digital product, a course, an ebook, a template. You build it once. A platform handles every sale and delivery automatically, around the clock. Someone on the other side of the world buys your course at 3 a.m. and has it in their inbox before you roll over in bed. Here's what stops most people. They think they need to be the top expert in their field. They don't. You just need to be a few steps ahead of someone starting from scratch. Sometimes the best teachers aren't the veterans. They're the ones who learned recently enough to still remember what knowing nothing felt like. And if you're not sure what you teach, there's another path. Sell someone else's course as an affiliate. You handle the audience, they provide the product. Everyone earns. The global e-learning market is worth over $300 billion annually because people figured out that the right knowledge at the right moment changes outcomes faster than any degree. Now we move into the physical world. How many times have you walked past a vending machine, dropped some coins in, grabbed something, and kept walking without once wondering who pockets that money? That's business model number 4. Startup cost is $1,500 to $6,000 per machine. You place them where people need quick access: hospitals, gyms, office buildings, college dorms. Each machine runs 24 hours a day, bringing in $300 to $600 per month on roughly 1 to 2 hours of your time per week. 1 machine is a side income. 5 is a real business. 10 is an operation you monitor from your phone. There are people running $300,000 a year vending businesses on under 4 hours of work per week. Not per day, per week.
The 5th model is one most people walk past without a second glance. No exciting product, no buzz, just machines humming and no staff in sight. Laundromats. Stay with me. Boring businesses work. They've been working for decades. And the last time a laundromat closed because nobody needed clean clothes, that day hasn't come and never will. Dirty laundry is what economists call inelastic demand. Recessions don't stop it, trends don't affect it, it just keeps happening. Investment runs $200,000 to $600,000, depending on whether you're building from scratch or buying an existing location. Return sits between $5,000 and $30,000 per month, with 4 to 15 hours of your time per week. Modern laundromats run on card systems and remote monitoring apps, every machine visible from your phone in real time. The customer loads, pays, and handles everything themselves. You're not in the laundry business. You're in the business of owning machines that run themselves. The US industry alone generates $5 billion a year, most of it earned by people who bet on boring and won. And now, the one I promised you at the start. Metal walls, roll-up doors, padlocks. Rows of identical units with nothing inside them. The least exciting business you've ever seen. And it quietly out-earns almost everything else on this list.
Self-storage. People accumulate things, from old apartments, closed businesses, family estates, life changes. Those things need somewhere to go. You provide the space. They pay you every single month to keep it there. Entry investment is significant, $1.5 million or more for a proper facility. But your weekly time commitment, with the right systems in place, is under 2 hours. The customer finds a unit online, pays digitally, signs electronically, and accesses their space with a code. If a payment fails, the system sends the notice, applies the fee, and escalates automatically. You never make a single collection call. And here's what makes this model different from everything else on this list. The average customer stays for over 14 months. They sign once and keep paying. You're not constantly chasing new customers. The ones who arrive tend to stay.
The industry generates over $40 billion per year in the US alone. Not because it's exciting, because it never stops being needed. 6 models, 6 entry points. 6 systems built to earn without your constant presence. Right now, while you're watching this, some version of each of these is running. An apartment checking guests in automatically. A design selling on a platform. A course downloading to someone's inbox. A machine dispensing something. A washer spinning. A storage unit collecting its monthly fee with no human involved. The question isn't which one is best. The question is which one fits where you are right now, and whether you'll take the first step this week instead of letting it become another idea you meant to look into. Subscribe if this is the kind of content you're here for, and drop a comment telling me what you're already working on, or whether you're running something that earns without you. I genuinely want to know.